Thanks everyone for joining me for another episode of the Travel Collective, where I get to talk to amazing travelers, amazing people, and things making a difference in other people's lives. So I met Cindy online and then we connected a few weeks ago in Las Vegas, and I just love everything that Cindy's doing. So welcome, Cindy. I'm so glad we
Thank
get to
you.
chat.
Mahalo. Thank you for having me.
Sure. So I've been talking to a lot of people about this idea of wanderlust in travel. Is it something we feel like we were born with, something that we discovered later in life, like we had to work and didn't realize how amazing traveling is, or, something that our parents luckily infused in us? So tell me how travel has played into your life.
Well, growing up, it didn't play much into my life. I mean, my parents took us to Yellowstone and Disneyland, and that's about it. We never got to take a cruise, never got to go to Europe or anything like that. And, but I remember in high school seeing a book, and there was like Greece and Italy and cruises and all that type of stuff. And I said, one of these days I really want to get more into travel. My parents weren't able to provide that. And I want to just find something that's going to keep me motivated on, living that life. And so I actually joined a travel club in 2012. 2018, I decided that the travel club space really wasn't my jam. I wanted to have my own jam. So I actually am the original bucket list coach. And when I started into travel, I actually was just leaving my chef career. I just got done finishing my last culinary bucket list. I got to work on the Pride of America out of Hawaii, so that was pretty exciting. And then I got involved in just meeting all these great people and connecting. And I have an agency close to 55 agents. So it's all about building those relationships and being like-minded.
Oh, I love that, Cindy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that you made travel now your career with your agency and everything you've got going. That's incredible. So I know pre-interview, I always ask people about a place that they love to go back to,
Mhm.
and you mentioned Cabo. So tell me, what was the first time like? What you love about Cabo? Talk to me about Cabo.
I love the people. Just the people I've met there. A lot of Americans are retiring there, a lot of Canadians are retiring there. And yeah, I just want to find out all the hidden gems. I have a lot of friends that introduced me to different places in the area. And yeah, so my mission a few years ago is like, why not create a blog that's all these different gems? And I had an article done in the Cabo Gringo Gazette last year, and of course, the founding day of National Bucket List Day, April 24th.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I love that. And talk to me about National Bucket List Day. You created that, correct?
Yeah, so let's kind of go back, and we all know what's really important and what people want to hear is story.
Yes.
So I'm going to tell my story. So in 2015, I started sharing in National Days. And in 2020, I reached out to the office there in North Dakota. Do you have some kind of ambassador program? Because I share at least 3 to 5 times a week, national days, months, all that. And way back when in the 90s, actually, I started a concierge where I would help people with their catering, because at that time I was chefing. And then also I added housekeeping to that. That's when I was living in Las Vegas, and also had a company in Northern California. So I had the little concierge of services of what people need. And one of my clients is like, I just love how you send reminder cards. You even send me a Father's Day card. I just love how you do that. Have you thought about doing it as a business? So then I added the cards and gifts. And then in 2018 is when I added travel to, again, another client said, you need to add travel because most business owners are too busy to do it. And you could actually do that for them. And then I'll go back a little further. When I was 16 years old, I sent a wedding card to Princess Diana.
Oh, wow. Oh my
And I
gosh,
actually
you're
just
kidding.
realized a couple years ago that I was 16 years old, and they actually sent me a letter back with the Buckingham Palace crest and everything on there. And it's kind of full circle. And all her giving back. I'm actually writing a book called Growing Your Business Through Referrals and National Days. And there's a picture there of Princess Diana at an orphanage, another picture side by side at me, one of my favorite orphanage trips out of Baja, which I started doing in 2013.
Oh my
So
gosh,
it's
I love that she
circle
sent you,
situation.
yeah, that she sent a letter back. I mean, that's
Yeah, that
like
was
the
pretty
greatest
amazing. Yeah.
thing. That is amazing because I'm sure they get so many letters, some of these people. But that
Hmm.
just that extra personal touch of creating a card, sending a note, and not just remembering people on their birthdays.
So the next part of the story. So when I was checking out all of these holidays with National Day, I'm like, wow, this is a great way for me to be in touch with my past clients or even social media friends or, friends I've known for years and not have it to be about the sale. We want to get out of that sales box. I actually spend about 20 hours a week picking up the phone and thinking who can I refer you to today? And that's so important as being the connector. But with National Day, oh, today is National Caramel Day. And then we have Bacon Day, which I believe is the 30th of December. We have Brownie Day, Chocolate Brownie Day. We have Blonde Brownie Day. Oh, so many different ideas. As a matter of fact, about a month ago, I was actually in Northern California. About 3 weeks prior, I reached out to a friend of mine who owned a restaurant there. And I said, you know what? Coming up is National Drink Wine Day. Why don't we do a collaborative measure? He goes, what do you mean? I'm like, I'm going to come up from Southern California and we're going to get people to your company, to your restaurant, and then you can invite your people. And I think we had like 60 or 70 people there. And it was all based around the National Day. And now he's like, wow, we need to do this every year. I'm like, well, it's not just that National Day. There's other ones that we can, like National Wine Day is in mid-May. Coming up in mid-May also is Police Week. So that's a good
Mm.
way you could pay it forward to a police officer. So many different days that you can just step outside of the box. Pizza day, also anybody who is insurance, there's days around that. And of course, National Popcorn Day. A
Yeah.
big shout out to our founder over at National Day, Marlo. He's absolutely amazing. So because of his brand, it gave me a reason to send someone a gift, not just birthday, but also half birthday or any of these holidays. So it's pretty epic
Yeah,
because
and
you're going to be different than from that other business owner that's just trying to hit people up all the time. It's
yeah.
all about the relationship.
Oh, I love these events and relationships that you're creating. And you've actually created some days as well. Is that true?
And well, actually, my original day that I was thinking of was National Networking Day because I'm writing a book on networking. And they said, well, actually, National Bucket List Day is available. And then I bought the .com and I'm like, well, yeah, it's just meant to be. And I want to mention to your audience, a lot of times we're not really sure if what we're doing is meant for what we're doing. But I'll tell you what happened back in 2017. I actually met a gentleman, I believe he had Down syndrome, probably like in his mid 30s. I just got out of the Surf Museum there in Santa Cruz. I walked out because I always say hello or compliment people. I said hello, and he says, do you know that I have a bucket list? And girl, I got chills, and I'm getting the chills right now from my
Yeah.
head to my toes. What are the odds that I'm going to meet somebody that is talking about his actual physical bucket list? He actually has it with him. And then that's when I looked up and I said, this is what I'm doing is meant for me.
Oh my
Because
gosh,
I
I
was
know.
looking for the signs. Yeah. So
I feel like I'm gonna cry just like you said. You weren't sure. You walk outside and then he's actually holding his piece of paper with his
mhm.
bucket list.
And I don't even remember what his bucket list was, but if you go to Bucket List Coach Travel on Instagram, the photo there, the profile photo is of me and that young man. So it's
Oh my
pretty epic. Yeah.
goodness. So talk to me about your tours. You also do your own tours that you design and take people, correct?
Yes, well, I actually am planning to try to do something here in Southern California, but I am linked with different vendors, in Las Vegas and around the world. And like I'm also a travel agent with Viatar, which is really huge in Las Vegas. So just trying to get everybody out there. And I want to just express to your audience that all these people who say I can't vacation, I don't have the money, I don't have the time, right here in my backyard, right here in Huntington Beach, Newport Beach, actually on the 14th is National Dolphin Day. And one of my friends is coming out from Seattle and we're spending the day in the water here in Newport Beach. And it's $37 a person.
Oh
So you could
wow.
enjoy just in your backyard, whether you live in Las Vegas, California, Chicago, wherever you live. there's some kind of excursion where you can experience, because it's all about those experiences. You don't have to take a fancy vacation. You want to go out there and experience. And another thing I want to talk about is get off Facebook, TikTok, all that, and make real connections in your city.
Oh,
You
I
can go
agree.
when you do a one-on-one, if you want to get to know another business owner, go for a nice walk and do a walk and talk. I always talk about how important walk and talks are, and just go in the community, create events. We have all these wine holidays that are really great for wine lovers. And, Las Vegas is amazing. Next year, I actually will be doing the National Bucket List Day Vacation in Las Vegas. And the mayor of Las Vegas actually issued me a proclamation for it's actually Vegas bucket list. So that's going to
Oh,
be
that's
pretty
awesome.
epic. Yes.
Yeah, that is going to be pretty epic. So what day is that? Did you have that in front of you? We can shout that
April
out.
24th. Yeah.
April 24th. I know April
Hmm.
24th is a pretty amazing day coming up. Oh,
Yeah,
I
there you
love
go.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I agree. That's why I started this YouTube channel. I think there is a misconception among some people, and I want to break that, and that's what I'm hoping to do with this channel too, is there's always something you can go do or create, and it doesn't cost you any money. Go find your local businesses and help them put together some event, something to bring people in, bring community, talk to them. Just get out of Facebook, exactly, and not think
Exactly.
that like you need to have that $1,000 vacation. I mean, there's a lot of ways to vacation and enjoy without a lot of money.
Exactly. And if you go to bucketlistcoachblog.com, there's an article there on Cabo, a whole article there on Huntington Beach, and then also Las Vegas. And this month is actually brunch month. And also Sunday is National Beer Day. So I'm doing a collaborative with a local restaurant called the Good Restaurant and Experience. And actually, if you live near Henderson, Nevada, they have one there as well. So I'm trying to work to see if they could get one closer maybe to downtown. But it's really a great experience.
Oh yeah, Huntington Beach is actually a great area in California. There's always things going on there, music, and you've
Mhm.
got the beach and the water. I mean, what's not
Yeah,
to
surf
love about that?
competition.
Yeah.
Yeah, the U.S. Open of Surfing is one of the largest surf competitions, and we host it here in Huntington Beach. Yeah, so it's pretty amazing.
Right, and you can just go out to the beach. There's always people doing things, or yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
have to cost a lot of money. You can be choosy on where you stay. You can find places that are
Mhm.
inexpensive, or find the weekends that aren't big events. Then you'll usually find better lodging, affordability, that type of thing.
Yeah, and it's volunteer month, so I actually have been with the Surfrider Foundation for a few years. And matter of fact, my event on Sunday, 20% of the food sales are going to go to our local Surfrider Foundation of North Orange County. Las Vegas has so many different opportunities to volunteer. And another thing I want to stress, if you are a young family, with small children, get them out there in the community, teach them the value of being pay it forward and a servant leader. And there's so many amazing opportunities right in your city.
Oh yeah, everywhere. I love that.
Mhm.
So when are you going back to Cabo next? Do you have plans to go back and write
I'm
more
working on
about
that. I have
the
a lot of projects going on right now, and I'm trying to finish my book, and yeah, just a lot of stuff going on. And yeah, I've been taking a vacation about every twice a
I
month,
know.
so
Yeah,
every
you've been
state.
traveling a lot. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, and we have our national bucket list day trip this year will actually be in Cancun. And I've also merged with another company called Cancun Book, and they're going to help us with all these different excursions. And then they actually were on our podcast a couple of days ago, and he's coming back on Monday. And Monday we're going to talk about food and flea markets, because a lot of people don't realize that there are some great flea markets there, and you really don't want to take the ones that all the tourists are going to, because you're paying triple the price there. So that's really important to know the cities that you're traveling, and the history and everything like that.
Yeah, and I love that. Ask around, ask the locals, talk to the locals, or
Mhm.
have, do your research ahead of time, like by going on your blog or find other blogs. There's blogs for practically any place that you want to go now. And
Exactly. Yeah.
I love going to flea markets and thrift stores. You can get the most unique things there. Even clothes, if you're needing to pack to go somewhere, you don't have to spend a lot of money. Just go to the thrift store. And then if you need room, I always say if you need room in your suitcase to when you leave, you can always donate the items that you brought. Find out, talk to the hotel.
Yeah.
Oftentimes they collect items for people from travelers.
Yeah, and so if you go to the my blog that I mentioned, there's a whole section there of stuff to do in downtown and different parts of Las Vegas and excursions and dinner shows. It's so many great things to enjoy in the city of Las Vegas, and you can find it cost effective. There's ways to do it cost effective.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for sharing, Cindy. Tell us again your website and your blog. I know you're on the internet. You've got a lot of great information for people to reference or sign up and join one of your bucket list tours as well.
Yeah, so the website is bucketlistcoachtravel.com and the blog is bucketlistcoachblog.com.
Great. Thank you so much, Cindy. I super appreciate this.
Thank you.